Welcome to the biggest mistake in Qatar Airways history, the Airbus A380. That was the comment of Qatar's CEO about their gigantic plane during the crisis. But was that mistake really that big? And what's business class like on Qatar's Airbus A380 that will never get the QSuites? I'm Chris, and Travel Sync Fly is all about flying and traveling with lots of tips and detailed airline reports. And today it's all about Qatar's business class on the Airbus A380. After a short visit to the Al Murjan Lounge, it's off to Southeast Asia through the Arabian Night. While everyone is asleep, we'll visit the onboard bar, which you get only here or at Emirates. But how's the rest of the trip? Come with me, we'll find out in our 6 hours flight from Doha to Bangkok. A Qatar business class flight from Doha must start at the Al Murjan Lounge. Here's the spectacular lounge in 15 seconds.
The Airbus A380 is normally associated with Emirates because that's the owner of the biggest fleet of the biggest plane ever built. And Qatar, here the neighbor of the Emirates more or less, has also a fleet of Airbus A380, but during the crisis they said that was the biggest mistake of the history. And I can only say now the crisis is just over and this plane is really full, so the mistake was not so big. I mean, the seats are not QSuite, as you can see. As a welcome drink we got champagne or anything you want from the list. I opted for lemon mint juice, and that's actually the signature drink not only for Qatar Airways but actually the whole region here. What you drink is lemon mint. And we also got a wet towel, and you could choose between a hot or a cold wet towel. Our flight to Bangkok is leaving at 2:20 in the morning. It lasts only a little more than 6 hours, so people are really mostly interested in sleeping. So therefore you don't have a big lunch or dinner menu, but you have still a nice menu, but mostly concentrated around breakfast. However, you can have a couple of light bites. And if you cannot sleep right away, you can have a look at this one. That's the wine menu, and the wines are actually the same on all the flights, but of course they change every other month or so. So here we have 2 kinds of champagne, 2 kinds of white wine, 4 kinds of red wine, some dessert wine, that's a muscatel, and port wine, 20-year-old Dow's port wine, all kinds of spirits, lots of cocktails, some mocktails, coffee and tea and so forth, and some soft drinks, so you can really also just drink yourself to sleep if you need. So there's also a very new amenity kit here at Qatar Airways. They changed the brand to Diptyque, and normally you get the little parcels, they look like gift boxes, and here they have real amenity kits now again in faux leather. This is the one for men in black, and of course, as always, much more beautiful, the one for ladies, also by Diptyque. And it smells so good. There must be something really nice inside, because also the gift box on the other flight smelled exactly like this. So good. And the men's smells the same. Really nice. Now let's have a look inside.
The Qatar Airways Business Class Amenity Kit. The new Qatar Airways Amenity Kit is from Diptyque and has different designs for men and women, but the content is identical. It contains high-quality face cream, body lotion, lip cream, a small perfume bottle from Diptyque, plus socks, a sleeping mask, as well as earplugs. The kit is also regularly offered as a gift box with the same contents. Qatar Airways is one of the few airlines that offer pajamas in business class, and they also got a new design. You can win 2 original Qatar pajamas here and on my German channel. Just follow my Instagram and write me a message there, or write a comment under one of my Qatar A380 posts. I will announce the winners by end of July.
This Airbus A380 will never get QSuites, by the way. It will stay like this until they give away the whole Airbus A380 fleet. One nice thing about the Airbus 380 is that you have cameras built in the back wing on the tail wing, and then also directly at the front of the plane, and also one facing downwards. They're not super sharp, they're not really high definition on the A380. Once you have a Airbus A350, you have really very good pictures sometimes. Here not so much, and today's especially kind of not so great picture, kind of blurry, but still it's much nicer and much more interesting than just staring at a wall.
If you like my flight and travel reports, please give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do it right now with the bell notification. It costs you just 1 click. I'm really happy, and you're making a big difference for the future of this channel.
The only thing I'm not a big fan of is actually what I call a foot coffin. So when you lie down, your feet go into this little hole over there, and the space towards the side and upwards is not really fantastic. So yeah, I'm not very good at sleeping when it comes to this. Once I have this, it's kind of over for me. But anyway, I want to report about the flight, so let's see. So this flight is bringing us through the Arabian and Indian night, actually from the Arab Peninsula to the Indian subcontinent, and then it's gonna be light again, a daylight again, but only outside, because here we're gonna have the window blinds closed. However, here you have a dine-on-demand system. That means you can eat anything in any order as you please at any time. Oh, thank you. So, and just before the cheese platter, we're gonna have this little pulled oxtail with a bit of salad, a really nice light bite, and poor ox. Yeah, but it looks and smells really delicious. I already had a flight today with really very nice food. Then of course it was very nice sushi at the lounge in Doha, and now I'm gonna try the cheese platter. Just for you, of course. And I just had a look over there, it looks quite good. And I don't know, maybe you've seen my Singapore First Class Suites report. The Singapore Airlines First Class Suites are quite an amazing product, really amazing. I had a double bed, I had double room more or less to myself alone, and so that was really, really stunning. But the cheese platter there, and the whole food was not special, but the cheese platter was really like a supermarket cheese from a cheap supermarket. True.
Of course, the seat extends to a flat bed, and the surface becomes even larger by lowering the armrests. The seat offers good storage space too, however it does not offer privacy, and it's tight around the feet. You can see all the functions of the seat in detail in my report on Qatar's non-QSuite Airbus A350, which then has the same seats. And now let's visit the highlight of the Qatar Airbus A380, the onboard bar.
So, and this is the famous board bar of Qatar Airways on the Airbus A380. The really world famous one is of Emirates on their Airbus 380, but this is the other one. So on the Airbus A380 we have 2 airlines that have this, and it's actually very different from the one at Emirates. It's really nice, very nice design too. I cannot say better or less good, it's just very different. The only thing is Emirates has the whole upper deck in business and first class, and here we have a very small first class, then we have business class, and then just behind the bar, that I didn't know, are still a couple of rows in economy. So that's quite a big difference. I didn't know that, but other than that, it's a really nice bar. So here we are at the lavatory, and they're really quite small but nice. I was just now in the 777, that's much bigger. But anyway, here we have amenities of Diptyque, and that's a hand lotion and a facial mist, or like facial water, and some soap by Diptyque.
For the report, you can see me in old Qatar pajamas. I always have a pair in my hand luggage to be on the safe side, and I reserved the pajamas with a new design for 2 winners of my lucky draw. So follow my Instagram and write me there. One of them might soon be in your closet.
So good morning. Actually the morning was already here an hour after departure, because we're going towards the east. But now it's really the morning. The light is here. Super unpleasant flight for my teint. Yeah, I look even worse now than I normally would. And we have wonderful breakfast that makes up for it. Spectacular. There's very nice fruits. There's a warm croissant. There's some granola and yogurt, and some smoothie and fresh orange juice. And then there's this very beautiful glass, the typical Qatar glass, that sometimes will have to find its way into my bag. Not today, unfortunately. And salt and pepper and strawberry jam. So this is quite I mean, look at this. These berries on a flight from the Arab Peninsula to Thailand. That's quite something. And I mean, this could be a role model for a lot of airlines in really high classes. I'm not a big fan of poultry sausage, but I know it's a matter of religion, and unfortunately for the chicken, all religions eat chicken, so you get this poultry sausage.
And with this questionable statement, we are already approaching Southeast Asia, and we also got another wet towel to wake up.
So we're just about to land in Bangkok now. The Airbus A380 was the biggest mistake of Qatar Airways, according to their CEO, because when we had the crisis, these big things could not fly around empty because they were just too expensive. And well, now it's totally full. It's fully booked. I think it's full downstairs, and here upstairs it's completely full. And it seems now it's not a big mistake anymore. However, as beautiful as the Airbus A380 is, and how beautiful the bar is and so on, the seats are not fantastic. I'm not a big fan of them. They're simply now kind of getting old. These super diamond seats are just a little too narrow at the feet. It's okay for 6 hours, but I don't want to go on this plane for like 14 hours going to Los Angeles, for example, or from Los Angeles overnight back to Doha. I think that's not great unless you're really a tiny person. Also, the cabin here doesn't really invite to individuality, because it's just a very big cabin. You see all the heads and so on. It's just a little bit not up to date anymore. So once you have a smaller cabin or the QSuite, everything is very private, very exclusive feeling. The price is the same by the way for the customers, and you have a much better experience. So altogether it was a nice flight. The Airbus A380 is an amazing plane, and I really hope this plane is going to be in the air for still quite a long while.
After this smashing touchdown in Bangkok, there's more exciting airline reports from Asia and worldwide coming up, including some surprises. And there will also be an update to my Phuket report, the biggest Phuket beach report on English and German YouTube. You shouldn't miss any of this, so stay tuned, give me a thumbs up if you liked the report, subscribe to the channel, and I'm looking forward to seeing you back in a moment here on Travel Sing Fly.